Are you one of the best in business?
Yo,
What
I
the
made
crap?
this business, son.
Slobby Robby. Holy crap. So anyway, why is it so special to me? Wait, look at that, the style. But here's why. Because I'm actually profiting. Our company is making hands down more money because of what this guy taught us. And you may say, hey, it's a silly Netflix show, but it's not. I promise you this guy has helped a lot of more small businesses like me add more to their bottom line. So he did. So what did I do? The 10 by 30 that we spent $1,900 on, we gambled on that. We found the signed Eric Clapton, the signed Alice Cooper, we found a ton of records.
Wow.
But there was about 400 or 500 old sweaters. Okay. Concert t-shirts, we had about 200 concert t-shirts. Okay. Some older stuff.
Okay.
I'm still learning. I have to Google everything. You can probably look at the talks and tell me. And let's just get to it.
Yeah. Right now?
Let's do it.
So this is some of that stuff?
It could be junk.
Okay. Yo!
I
we were
knew
just
it.
talking about pages last night, huh, babe?
Hey, hold on. I told y'all that I had a gift. I actually have 2 gifts. That's from my personal collection.
Oh, okay.
I collect.
This is from your other job.
I collect beat. I joke about that all the time. I need 2 of them, right?
He does need 2.
Back in the day, if you had 2, you were absolutely a drug dealer.
I remember when I first started, this is some inside information, when I first opened
Hey guys, welcome to a special edition of Grimes Find. We are here at the DFW Vintage Swap Meet.
Yes.
Oh, my hand's in the camera.
Still
Say
in the
hi to
camera.
Alan and Matthew. Say hi. So, anyway, these are 2 exchange students that have been staying with us for about a week and a half, 2 weeks?
Yeah, almost 2 weeks.
2 weeks. So they've been in America about 2 weeks, and anyway, we're bringing them. Hey, you want to experience America, you got to experience 80s and 90s vintage stuff, and so that's why we're here. I do have a surprise possibly when we go in. One of our customers, Brian Coonrod, he's a DJ, and what? Did I say his name right? I always say it wrong.
Coonrod. No, that's right.
I normally call him Coonrad.
You call him Conrad.
Conrad. I don't remember what I call him. But anyway, hey, super cool dude. He's been buying from us for a long time. He's in here. He's got a booth. So we're going to go in, interview him, kind of see what attention we can help bring to his local DFW business. And we're going to take these guys in and try to give them an American experience and hope that there's some funnel cake and hot dogs inside. So we're going to go inside, and I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm telling you this. You do not want to miss any of this video. Stay tuned till the end. See you in a few minutes. Hey guys, and welcome back to Grimes Find. So we were gonna go inside and interview my buddy Brian with I just said it.
the vinyl hoarder.
Vinyl hoarder. I just said it.
Gold digger.
Gold digger. Check it out. Okay, so we were gonna go inside yesterday and interview Brian and look at, dude, he had killer stuff there. Record albums, toys, sports cards, just vintage stuff, buttons, I mean, even like killer stickers, things like that. So we went inside, but somebody was blaring music really loud.
Thanks to me.
It was right next to like a stage with, was it you?
That was my audio, yeah, but...
So he's to blame, but anyway, so we went in there, and this video is gonna be killer. So we freaking didn't want to risk having the music in the video and not getting monetized because we're doing this part of the reason for money, right? That's why we're doing it, Katie.
Yep,
Who got a raise last week?
me.
Part of the reason why you got a raise is why?
YouTube.
YouTube's making money, right?
Yep.
When I
So she
make
can buy
money.
more Panic at the Disco shirts.
Yep.
I know, right?
Yep.
And so, well, I always encourage them to spend their money at auctions.
And I do.
Anyway, so we went in. I didn't want to risk that, so I asked Brian to come up here because I didn't want to leave that out, because the entire reason the whole Slobby Robby thing went down is because, actually, you haven't even seen it yet. Did I ruin the surprise? I'm trying to think. No, I've already kind of put it out there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the only reason that happened was because of Brian. Brian actually came into auction pickup last week, and he showed me this flyer. He said, hey, I've got this booth out of this thing. Come check out the swap meet. And he said Slobby Robby was going to be there. I kind of lost my mind. Not like in a fangirl kind of way.
But he
Yeah,
did.
he
really
did. It was a
He
fangirl.
did.
Okay.
He did.
It might have appeared that way because it was.
Several people up here did.
Right?
Yeah.
So here's why I get excited about things, is because legitimately, like, that was a horrible time in my life when I ended up on the couch and just happened to watch that series.
Yeah.
And it really educated me. And I know they remember when I came back in and we used to just, I said, clothes we don't have time for, we thought. I knew there was a chance we were going to find something cool, but the risk reward, the labor dollars put into going through it just didn't make sense to me until I watched that show and I realized, like, man, we have a lot of that stuff in storage units. And so most of the storage units we do are from like the 80s, 90s type stuff. They've been in there, like, just sitting there for decades, literally. And so we find this stuff. So anyway, enough about that. Let's get to the stuff. So what I asked him to do, he deals a lot of vinyl. And so anyway, thank you for setting that up.
Yeah, no problem.
Handshake, it makes it official when it's on YouTube, something like that. But seriously, the whole reason that went down, and he texted me, and then I was worried. When we were getting there, I was like, man, we're coming out. I got nervous, to be honest. I just get nervous.
Did you tell people who Slobby Robby was in your video?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
oh yeah.
All right, everybody knows who he is.
Well, I've been mentioning him in our videos for the last.
Okay, cool.
Well, when we first tried, we tried 7 months ago YouTube. Didn't go very well, so we gave up. But I know a few of those videos I went back and looked, and I had mentioned going through bags of clothes, that show, and how we learned. So anyway, we'll get to that part in a minute. Tell us more about your business. Tell us how long you've been doing it. How long you been doing this?
25 years.
Okay.
Because I've been a DJ for 25 years, doing vinyl. I've been doing this for so long. I guess probably in the 90s where it's really picked up when MP3s came out. DJs went digital and didn't want to carry around these big crates to DJ gigs and whatnot. So they hit me up and say, hey, I got a bunch of records. You want to buy them? I'm like, okay, sure. And then there's been a huge resurgence in vinyl here lately, and I've been sitting on a lot of stuff. Some of them I've been since the 80s I've had in my collections. And it's grown immensely now to where I probably have over 100,000 records of vinyl and 45s right now.
So I got a question. So vinyl's starting to come back, and I noticed
It never left. It was always there for the people that do it, for the DJs and stuff. But for the mainstream public, that's where it's really gone out there with all the reissues and represses and special editions. With the record store day when that came out, that helped with the resurgence. A record store day is usually twice a year. There's an official record store day, and then there's what they call a Black Friday sale. And the record labels and bands, they will make special edition records just for that day. Some will be limited, some will be mass produced, 10,000, but there's some that you'll have 500 copies in the entire United States. So people will line up, people will camp out at record stores overnight to get those records.
Have you ever done?
No.
Why not? I'm just curious. It's weird.
I usually DJ at night, so when I gotta get sleep.
Hey, real quick, do we have a booster chair? I feel very insecure sitting next to you. How much shorter do I look in this video?
About 1.5 feet. I'm
Do
just
I?
kidding.
Yeah.
It's like-
where's that booster chair I found?
It's sitting over there in the corner.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so
sorry,
I got another question.
All right.
Question.
Question.
Got another question. I'm not edit. I really don't edit.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't like it. It is what it is. So, what would you say? What would be your biggest tip for people who want to get into to collecting vinyl? Because I know there's a lot of different presses and things like that, like confusing numbers, condition.
Yes.
Real quick, tell us what are like the top 3 things people should do before they decide to start collecting. Go.
First thing you want to do is you want to check condition records. If you're buying these anywhere, you want to check condition. If you want to, there are some books out there, but all the books that come out are usually outdated. Best thing to do is a webpage called Discogs, and that's kind of like the grail for everybody uses now, because it'll give you a price, a medium price range, the highest it's sold for it. But the biggest thing on there is condition. It explains all the conditions of these records, because you'll find some older records, especially if it's used a lot, the jack is going to be messed up. It's the vinyl itself is going to have a lot of scratches. But that's the best thing to do. Use Discogs, check visually look at the condition yourself. You don't want anything that's look like it's been water damaged, because that leads to mildew, and mildew sets in the records and it ruin the jacket, and it goes downhill from there. Yeah. No.
So he brought some vinyls.
Yeah, I brought a random crate of stuff.
Show some stuff.
All right. So on the front we have a Jimi Hendrix here.
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and just pull out a few just variations.
Why'd you stand up? I just got taller than you.
Because I gotta look at this stuff here. I'll go over here. Go ahead, stand up. This is a Toto where it looks like an album, but this is actually a picture disc of the album.
Dude, I like
Which these are always fun to have. So it's the album cover, and they just redid it as a picture disc.
So
There's people that will collect. When you get into people that buy stuff, they will buy certain things. I know people that will buy only picture discs. There was someone buy only colored vinyl.
What's one of the best picture discs out there, you think?
Oh, there's so many. There's thousands of them. I mean, you can pretty much name your favorite band, and the more likely there's somebody has printed. Because you got to think outside of this. You have stuff here in the United States, and over in Europe, picture discs were a big thing. And you still to today you'll find special issues that you can only get, let's say in like London, Germany, or wherever, Japan, because the vinyl culture is big over there. So that was that one. This is Sonny and Cher. This is way back before they got popular. This is very psychedelic stuff, as you can probably tell just by the cover alone.
Psychedelic? What would you call that first one you showed me before we started rolling the film?
That was psychedelic too.
Is it?
Yeah, that was. That's. We'll save you two for that one.
Yeah.
John Lee Hooker, Canned Heat, so blues and rock special little combo they did with him.
So
And-
how would let's do this. Pick one and then show me how I would know if it was a first pressing or not, or how I could figure that
Well,
out.
that's where you go into runouts.
Educate us on that.
So when you get a record, there's going to be, if you want to zoom in, this will be a catalog number.
Okay.
Okay, now the catalog number, it will give you a beginning part, but that's when you go into different pressings. A catalog number will remain the same, but the pressing will be different. You're probably not going to be able to pick it up on here, but every record, this is called a runout. These little etchings on there. That's going to determine which pressing you have. So if this was reissued 10 years later, it'll have a different number. And like I say, if you use one of these web pages, that'll tell you, you can look by that number and say, oh, okay, I know which year that one came out.
So let me see. It's kind of hidden.
Oh yeah, it's you gotta hit it to like just right.
Y'all see that? And that's on most all.
Oh, yeah.
vinyls?
Leave it right there.
Every record is pressed like that, and they'll have that.
There
You know,
go.
I did not know that.
I don't either.
But that's what you call a run out. And that's your main number that tells you the pressing.
We're gonna have to watch this video again and again.
Oh, well, you know, here's what we're gonna do is we've got to keep this a little to about 12 to 15 minutes.
We're at almost 9.
9, okay.
Right.
But what I'd like to do is have him back and let's just do a full episode on vinyl and actually some maybe the equipment and stuff
Yeah.
like that too. That'd be awesome.
Okay, and then this one here is a Rolling Stones bootleg. These some Go-Go Girls here on the front, but these are, back in the day, they would record directly from wherever the master console was that was, you know, doing all live. They would plug in there, and they would record the concert live. So you find a lot of stuff like that. Here's some original stuff. Neil Young, just, you know, cool covers on these. And like I said, you can tell with the original, you can tell how it's got a little darkened up here on the top. Still, the record being in great shape, but however somebody stored them, you can probably tell just by the coloring on this was in a smoking home. Tell by the brown on there. Steely Dan, everybody loves Steely Dan. I sell out of these a lot.
Did you bring any hip hop?
No, I didn't bring the hip hop.
Oh, man, that's-
Next show I'll bring some hip hop.
Check this out. We are gonna do a full episode, but I bought
Digital
I
Underground.
bought two. Actually, he gave me one because I gave him an Eminem jersey, and so that's just how it worked. And so actually, what I found out were a lot alike that we just like. Because then I was like, oh, Digital Underground, because the Digital Underground, Tupac got to start with Digital Underground. I don't know if y'all know that, as a backup dancer. And so same song, he had the single up there.
From the movie Nothing But Trouble.
Nothing But Trouble. So that's a killer movie. Tupac, how he got it first started. And so anyway, I bought that one, and I bought All Eyes on Me promo.
Yeah.
Tupac.
Yeah.
And so he gave me the Tupac one. I paid for the Digital Underground. He asked 3. I gave him 4. But how cool was that? Because I was like ready to throw down 20 on it. You know, the funny thing is I could probably put it in my auction.
You probably could.
Ding
You
dong
probably
would
could.
pay
You
that
probably could. Yeah.
for it. I know if he doesn't buy my records, that means somebody overpaid for them. So anyway, so what else do we have, Katie? Can you think of anything that our viewers might want to know right now? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring Brian back next week, if we
Sure.
can make that happen.
Yeah.
I'd like to do just a full episode. I want to get a whole thing up here. I'm going to set up a little setup. We can test some vinyl, teach us about
Yeah,
the equipment,
okay.
how to care for them, maybe how to clean them,
Yeah.
things like that. But we deal in vinyl so much.
I can bring you guys some turntables up here to make sure.
Dude, that'd be killer. We'll set up a whole thing. I got a disco ball.
I see the disco ball.
Hey.
Shiny disco ball.
So, hey, anyway, what channels are you on? You're on, I know your Instagram is your big one you use.
The Vinyl Hoarder, which do have a Facebook page, but the Instagram is probably the best one. I find more people, I can get more global traction that way with, especially with artists. You can't really share with stuff on it. There's a couple apps that do, but a lot of people, it's just the hashtags on there, so that's what makes Instagram. So if you're not using Instagram, learn the hashtags, get on there, because it's globally, it's awesome.
That's what everybody's telling me.
Yeah, and Gold Digger is just another brand I do. The Gold Digger name came up because I do a lot of dealing in 45s. There's so many 45s out there. If you go to the history, it's kind of cool how it started with a jukebox and prohibition and the mafia. There's a crazy story of 45s.
Talk about that next time.
We'll do that next
Yeah,
time.
absolutely.
But Gold Diggers, because it's kind of like digging for gold. Because if you find the certain ones, there's what they call Northern Soul, which is like the holy grails of 45s. It's the funk and soul from the 70s, but if it's on independent labels, that's the most sought after stuff. What we call a term called crate digging, what DJs use and producers for samples. They want to find a certain sample. It's nobody used. A lot of your like the Tupac songs and some of these hip hop songs, all sampled something from some old soul record, and a lot of times they came off of a 45. So a lot of guys now, they want to go out and find the original source from whatever song if you use a sample. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to find it on a 45. Because sometimes if it was, they didn't do a 12-inch single, so you had to deal with a 45 back then. Because 12-inch singles didn't get hit until late 70s when it really started. But anytime before that, you had to get a 45.
So you're a modern day treasure hunter like I am.
Yeah.
It's just in a different area. I mean, we deal with this, but this guy's knowledge blows mine out of the water on this kind of stuff. But that's why in this business, buying storage units, you literally deal with any kind of product that's made all over the world, high-end art to anything, toiletries, vinyl. So you almost have to. It's impossible to be an expert in all fields. You got to know a little bit about everything, but it's great to have people like this who are experts in their particular fields that we can call them. So now we got to get to the part of the show that you all been probably waiting for, because I know you don't care about seeing me. You probably, he's a little bit handsomer than I am. So here we go. We're gonna get to it, and let's see what's about to happen next. Hey guys, welcome back to this special edition of Grimes Finds. So I mentioned this show probably 2 or 3 times over the last year when I shared the story about the depression and all that I fell into and ended up on the couch for a few weeks, couldn't get up. And I started watching this show called Slobby's World, right? I'm talking to my friend over here. 1 second. And so I started watching it. And so after I got better, got on my antidepressants, all that stuff, CBD, and got my mind straight, and I went back to the office and said, guys, we're never throwing away another bag of clothes or another box of shoes ever in our life. And so ever since then, I've been training them. Fast forward to about, what, last week, dear?
Uh-huh.
So we had our first YouTube video go to 120,000 likes. And why did it go to 120,000 likes? Because I overlooked a pair of Yeezys, right? So clothes and shoes are new. So it's not about if you make a mistake, it's what you do after. And what I'm doing is I'm getting educated, and I'm getting educated by one of the best in the business. Are you one of the best in the business?
Yo,
What
I
the
made
crap?
this business, son.
Slobby Robby. Holy crap. So anyway, why is it so special to me? Wait, look at that, the style. But here's why. Because I'm actually profiting. Our company is making hands down more money because of what this guy taught us. And you may say, hey, it's a silly Netflix show, but it's not. I promise you this guy has helped a lot of more small businesses like me add more to their bottom line. So he did. So what did I do? The 10 by 30 that we spent $1,900 on, we gambled on that. We found the signed Eric Clapton, the signed Alice Cooper, we found a ton of records.
Wow.
But there was about 400 or 500 old sweaters.
Okay.
Okay. Concert t-shirts, we had about 200 concert
Oh.
t-shirts. Okay. Some older stuff.
Okay.
I'm still learning. I have to Google everything. You can probably look at the talks and tell me. And let's just get to it. Get to
Yeah.
it.
Right now.
Let's do it.
So this is some of that stuff.
It could be junk.
Okay. Yo.
I
we
knew
were just
it.
talking about pages last night, huh, babe?
Hey, hold on. I told y'all that I had a gift. I actually have 2 gifts. That's from my personal collection.
Oh, okay.
I collect.
This is from your other job.
I collect beat. I joke about that all the time. I need 2 of them, right?
He does need 2.
Back in the day, if you had 2, you were absolutely a drug
I
dealer.
remember when I first started, this is some inside information, when I first opened the store, my business partner, Hump House from the show, kept, looking at me weird one day, and I was like, what's up, man? He's like, can I ask you something? And I was like, why? He's like, why do you have 3 phones? And I was like, bro, go in the back. Go in the back. Go in.
Hey guys, so anyway,
So-
that is the first gift to him because I knew he'd appreciate it. Did you
Fire.
smell it?
It smelled like sweet tobacco. It smells like sweet Texas.
It's probably had my Red Man in it.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
hey, that's the first one. That's
They
out
have
of
a good smell.
Yeah.
y'all know how I've been collecting those out of storage units.
Yeah.
That one,
Fire.
how cool is that? So should I give the last gift? Let me go ahead and give him his other gift.
Okay.
Okay.
Give him his other gift.
So.
Yeah, I like my gifts up front, bro.
Look up. Will he like that? It's nostalgic.
What is it?
I was born in 1980. When were you born?
1980.
No way.
What?
No way.
Of course, bro.
What
I'm
month?
the best.
What month?
September.
Oh, it was April. I'm older than Slobby Robby. Hey, born in the same year. Great year. Check this out.
3rd year.
This is for you. It's autographed. And it's just to say thank you because he didn't do anything personal for me. You know, I just met the guy today. But I'm telling you, he's added a lot of money and he's educating people. Y'all listen to this guy, and I'm telling you, it's not just a TV show. I'm really living the life. I'm finding this stuff and I'm selling it just like he said. And the way that he showed us to look for the good stuff, we're doing it and we're making money. You too can do it. So, this is for you.
Okay.
Okay?
Sick.
Autographed. Okay?
No.
By two of the cast members.
All right.
And 1980, the year we were born.
Sick, man.
That's for you.
Oh, thank you. My dad references this movie constantly. This is like my dad's favorite thing to like reference.
So if you ever check out our YouTube channel, I'm constantly quoting 80s and 90s movies, but
Sick.
all of my employees are millennials. They never know what I'm talking about, but you do. All right, let's dig in this barrel real quick so this guy can get back to his real job. But it could be newer, it could be older. Tell me what I got here.
all right.
These worth anything?
Doc Martens. Let's see.
And tell us what you're looking for, because I'm new.
So what you're looking for with Doc Martens is made in the USA, which will usually mean it's an older one, and some of the most collectible. This is later because it's saying the original, which is when they're referring back to their older ones.
Okay.
But you know, in any case, no matter what, it's one of those things that's gonna resell for 20 or 30 bucks. You know, no matter what.
I probably paid $1 for them.
I wouldn't call that rare, but I wouldn't call it. You know, it's definitely. I wouldn't call it a bust at all.
Okay, good deal. Hey, and I found these in the same storage unit. All this stuff came out of storage units, guys. Y'all know that.
So yeah, these are these are the retros also, but these are really nice. I think the wingtip Mary Jane, you know, the Mary Jane is the ones with the straps, but it's definitely this style for girls, and this is like the wingtip version. But these are probably worth even more because of the condition.
Cool. Hey.
So that's like what I call mid-range, you know, where you just kind of make some like straight little units, like free money, you know.
Okay. What else you see there? You pick.
I have a lot lot
What? Okay. Let me tell you a story about this. You know where I just found that?
at a rodeo grounds.
In the back of my truck when I was pulling this car out. Because I unload storage units
Like I
in there,
said, a rodeo ground.
and I saw the lion. What kind is it?
This is a bootleg Versace, you know, faux kind of look. And this is like cowboy Versace jam. You know what I mean? This is what like the cowboys were wearing to the club in the late 90s. I have a few, and I really like when they have different textures. I have a snake skin, and I also have one of these ostrich, you know, faux ostrich style. But I mean, that's a good 20 banger, 25.
Really?
There's some crazy ones with like bright purple, and this one's seen some days, but this is sick. I think somebody could still hit a rodeo or two with that.
Okay. So this is newer, right? But
Yep.
you sell the best vintage stuff. Is what brand is it that we're looking for?
I like Nike and Champion when it comes to basketball jerseys. Yeah, so this, I mean, it's Shaq, so it can't be that new. Yeah, so this is it's a dry fit. I mean, look, jerseys are money. Everyone wants jerseys. Anytime you get a jersey with a tag, so it's not vintage. It's definitely a retro because it's dry fit technology, which came along a little bit later. But this is like authentic style, you know, as opposed to replica when it comes to jerseys. So replica, screen printed, authentic, sewn or double sewn, and then pro cut, you know, where it's long and it has a jock tag and it would have been actually worn in the game. So those are like your 3 levels. But I mean, dog, this is $50-$60 jersey all day because it's sewn authentic with the tag. So
All right.
Oh, okay, this one. I thought this. I don't know.
Robby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got about 20 of these back in the shop.
Okay, good. These are good. Let's make sure it's a vintage Hobie, definitely an old one.
Okay.
I mean, this stuff is classic. All right, cool. So you got a signature, right? So anytime there's a little line of information under it, or a date, or a company that's got a
87,
signature.
huh?
So that's 87. That's not a fake signature. This is a 1987. It's got that weird linen print. You feel that?
So is
It's
this collectible?
I mean, this is just vintage surf gear, and this is a vintage surf tee from the late 80s. So, I mean,
What, maybe
this
10,
could be
15 bucks?
at least $40. Dead stock Hobie. I would say 30 or 40. I'm no joke. I mean,
Yeah,
if
no,
I
I
had
believe
this,
you.
it's older, you know, And it's this. If it was the '90s ones, you would have had 15, 20
So
in your
this
hands.
is
But
this is all sweaters. I'm gonna show you those in a second. We'll just look at one of those in a minute.
Okay.
But I know your big thing was like polo on the show and stuff like that. I don't know if these are old or not, but I
Okay.
found all these in the storage unit this week. These hats, Polo Sport.
okay, so yeah, that's okay. So this is good. This is good. Polo Sport. Definitely not a retro, not a remake. This is the original
Really?
late '90s Polo Sport. That's a fire hat.
Really?
Real polo heads. This is a pinwheel style. So pinwheel style Polo Sport.
what can I
definitely
get for
fire?
that?
40, 50.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
I want you to have that.
Thanks, man. My
Tell
favorite colors too.
I want him to have
Shop
that.
All
colors.
right.
So I don't know if any of these other
This
hats.
Polo Sportsman is very collectible.
And I've got it in a lot of
Um,
colors.
Yep. So this is a flex fit. Both of these there are people who only wear this kind of stuff. It's like a genre of polo collecting. This is like cats that like to go fishing and go over into like northern Canada and rock these joints with like flannels and take like all Polo Sportsman pictures.
Really?
So these are the older ones, and these are very good hats. So you got yourself
All
a
right.
couple of
You
good.
should see our warehouse. I got pictures. We've got hundreds of these things. This unit was full of this stuff, and I just grabbed a few things.
I think most of these are actually the older polo dad hats. You can just tell by the wear and the color combinations. This is a polo block. This is late 90s. This is a great hat. I came up on a bunch of these brand new with tags, and we were selling them for 40, 50. So I would call that one a 25er, you know?
Awesome.
This is good. So what makes this really cool, even though it's polo jeans, it's a very similar to a line of polo called Pepsi, where the letters were really big and really like digital looking, and they used this font, and it was black, red, and white, and it was called Pepsi. It just looked a lot like a Pepsi can at one point. So this is a polo jeans, but in a Pepsi style. It's got some child did some artwork on there, but this is a cool one because
That's a cool
it's, you
one.
know, it's spelling it out either way.
Are any of these worth getting? I noticed on your show you do like restorations.
Yeah, I would pay someone to just go through and clean them all, lip brush, and then wipe them down and call it a day.
Okay. And I don't know if any of these.
These are great. No, these are cool. These were like kind of came like this, came ripped. But again, anytime it's spelling out the word polo, it's cool. These are like early 2000s, but still very cool hats. This one here is probably the best hat in here.
Really?
Yep. This is going to be popular and unique because of the big bill, so AKA a duck bill, and it's a ski jam, and it's a crest. So it's got the what you call the suicide ski. It's not a suicide ski sweater or some of these like really high-end polo, but it's the suicide version. So this guy's doing a suicide jump on skis in a crest. This is fire. And the fact that it's a long bill, this is definitely the most valuable hat in here.
What
And
can
you
I
already got a couple $100 worth of polo hats alone
Really?
right there.
What can I get for this?
Me, I would have charged $100 for
Really?
that polo hat.
Oh, wow.
You
No
know,
joke.
you know what I'm about to do with this?
You're gonna sell
Throw it up on the roof.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna give it to him?
You have
This
no
one's-
idea how much I appreciate it. Yeah. If you remember, whenever I started watching them, I was in depression. So
Yeah,
love
you
these
were.
This means
big
a lot
bills.
to me.
Mhm.
That's you, bro.
Awesome.
That's you. So there. Okay. Two more things, sweaters, and what do you know about this? I did know a little bit about this. Do you know about these?
Yeah. Nice little old Oshkosh.
Yeah.
The old ones.
I'm thinking these are 80s,
Yes,
right?
for sure. For sure.
I have a bunch of these
With
too.
where the buttons had all the little extra details. See that? The new ones don't have all that little engraving, so these are really cute. You know, some of these people pay a lot for kids' clothes, $20-$40. You know, you'd be surprised because these are the old ones. These are the ones everyone remembers.
And I
you know?
looked some of these up on eBay sold listings. Remember, we look at sold listings, not what crazy people were asking. And some of these were going for $200 or $300.
Yeah.
For old
So yeah,
Oshkosh.
that's one of those things like Garbage Pail Kids or
Yes.
some of these really collectible things where individual styles and individual prints could be like super expensive. So I mean, that's back the old Oshkosh tag. So these are old, and I mean they're worth more than some of these polo hats most likely. But who knows? You could have a rare one. You could not. Those are the ones you got to compare the actual photos of the specific print.
So this ain't a bad little. This
So
is
far-
a little piece of
So
what I
far,
got.
so good, bro.
And remember, $1,900 I paid for that storage unit right there. So okay, I do know the original one of these.
Sure,
I know there's a
Coogee.
market for these, ain't there?
Sure.
For
So yeah, so Coogee sweaters are very popular. All these Ashfords and all these different ones are really like at the end of the day mimicking Coogee, but
Which is
you
like
know,
the Biggie Smalls, right?
exactly.
Biggie
Yeah, Notorious B.I.G. look. But I still sell them, you know, the general you know, people have ugly sweater parties, or they have 90s parties where they're trying to dress like rappers. So these always sell well, and I would have probably put this one for a good, you know, 40, 50 bucks.
Really?
Easy.
See, I've got at least, what we got, about 500.
We have so many
They were all
sweaters.
vacuum sealed, everything.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you're interested in them.
Yeah.
When y'all find out?
I got plenty of pennies.
I'm serious.
Oh, we leave tomorrow night. We're good.
If you wanted to, my shop's about 20 minutes from here.
Yeah.
If you wanted, I'd sell them to you pennies on the dollar, like I'm giving you stuff, because
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you.
So hey, look at all these in here. So we had these. One more. These are the only polo ones I found so far. I didn't know if they were newer.
You know, I don't love sweaters as a product to resell always, because we're in a very warm climate, my stores. But you know, whenever there's all over print or really loud things like the other Coogee Vibe, we really do those a lot.
What about this? Is this anything? I didn't know.
Oh, that's cool.
Kind of had a cool look.
Yeah, so what this is referencing is Philadelphia 76ers actually. They had a jersey that Allen Iverson famously wore on the cover of Slam magazine, and it said Phila, and it was referring back to the old 60s ones where they would only spell out like part of the city name if it was long. So it's just an old school like 90s, like I'm sure you would have got on the street in Philly, you know?
Would you wear
It's
that?
cool.
Would he wear that?
I'll wear this.
Hey, you can wear it or you can sell it. It's yours.
I'll
I
wear
just
this,
wanna
but not
I
today.
saw that and I was like, that looks like
Not
something
on a
I'll wear.
humid day like this,
Yeah,
though.
no. Let me show you one T-shirt because I need to learn about T-shirts. I know this is just the Dallas Cowboys, but I'm a Cowboy homer,
Yeah.
right? You're in the land of the Dallas Cowboys.
Bro.
And I just looked at this and I saw it was 90, so I don't know.
Okay,
You
cool.
tell me.
Yeah, so 94, the golden era of Cowboys, you know, when they were winning Super Bowls and doing it.
92, 95, 96.
Cowboys and Raiders sell the best NFL, period, because they just have so many fans across the country. America's team and the Bad Boys.
49ers,
It's
baby.
a good combination.
We're not
40 Winers. Logo 7, and makes great old sportswear. They usually have like really cool graphics with the fading. So, you know, you got a good $25 shirt. I mean,
Really?
Cowboys in my store and Raiders sell like hotcakes, so I'm not even worried.
I get 100 of these. Here, take that
More
back.
Cowboys.
So, let me see. Oh, in this last one, I like the colors on it. It's Mickey. It may not be nothing.
Yeah, let's see. So, Mickey Unlimited. That's good. There's Mickey and Co. and Mickey Unlimited, and those are good because they're not general Disney. They're like the little boutique lines. I think always Disney looks good, and multiple characters posing together like that are always bangers. So I like this. I like the cracking. I like the colors. You know, these are always winners. That's a good 20, 30 piece easy. So
That's awesome.
just this little bin alone, you're way over $300. You know, besides
See?
the gifts.
And before I just gave like $300 for the gift. So check this out, guys. But that's how thankful I am to this, because if I hadn't watched this series, I never would have started looking at this. We wouldn't have started. We donated all this stuff before. I thank you again. Hey, it is hot as you know what out here. We're gonna get inside. I did bring a little Nike shirt. I want to have you sign if you don't mind, because
sure.
it's gonna go in our YouTube studio that we just built, and it's gonna be a centerpiece.
No, thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. Hey guys, this is Slobby Robby, Generation Cool. You opened up a new store this year, didn't you?
Yeah, Las Vegas, Sahara Boulevard.
Hey, one of the big YouTubers that's been helping our channel lives in Vegas. Hey, y'all go check out Generation Cool, and the other location,
Tucson, Arizona.
I gotta know, is there season 2?
Hell yeah.
Is it coming out next year?
Hell yeah.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna be watching. You need to watch. What do you use? Instagram?
Hell yeah.
What is it? Instagram?
Slobby Robby, Instagram.
Slobby Robby, Instagram. Any other ones?
Generation Cool, everything.
Generation Cool. Hey guys,
All day.
y'all check it out. Make sure to subscribe, like our videos, go to my featured channel, like all of them, and we will see you at the next unit.